Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Dave Green, Browns guy, AFC Northerners, and I am going to speak just a pinch on it. Mark Kerman covered it, the Bengals side of it, and Jan David Sutar, who, Mark, I actually think we should change the name from, I believe you wanted to call him Blue Meanie, to just let's call him a Smurf. He looks like he overdosed on a bunch of Smurfs. Gargamel has nothing on Jan at this point in time. But they played last night, and it looked, from the highlights, a really, really interesting game. A fun game to watch, unless you are a Baltimore fan, and you had to sit through a loss. So I'd just like to say congratulations to Cincinnati on their W last night, and, well, go fuck both of y'all, though. And fuck Pittsburgh while we're talking about fucking people. Browns go to New Orleans. Browns are 13-4 all-time against New Orleans, and that would say that, in theory, we have a chance going down there. New Orleans is so high-powered that it's ridiculous. Their offense is loaded with studs at the wide receiver position. The running back is a beast. It's going to be hard for our defense to contain them, especially since we are missing Agba this weekend. Agba is not going to play, and Kirksey's banged up. So those are pretty much the big injuries that we got going into this one. I honestly, though, despite those guys being banged up, despite us only putting up 21 last week, despite the fact that New Orleans put up 42, I believe it was, 41, I still think we actually have a legitimate chance. I think that with what we have on offense can counter, in theory, what they have on offense. What they have is already proven. They've already done it last year, the year before that, So they've shown that they are consistent with that high-octane offense. I think we have the pieces to be high-octane, and therefore I think that we can hang with them. Their defense is a little sketch, considering how many points they gave up last week, and we only gave up 21. So I think right there we have a chance if we can hold them to, say, 24, I think we can beat these guys. Denzel Ward was named Defensive Player of the Week last week, or for last week's games, and that's awesome. I mean, he's a freaking rookie doing that shit. So hopefully he plays Thomas as tight as he did AB last week. I know AB gets a touchdown, but AB's AB, and that guy's a stud. So, and Thomas is good, but I don't say Thomas in the same sentence as I would Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown's in a class of his own. With that being said, I'm going to say that the thing that we need to watch out for is when New Orleans bunches their wide receivers. I think that could give Denzel Ward some fits, especially with what they did with the Ted Ginn touchdown last week, how they bunched up the two wide receivers, and the first guy off the line was able to throw a moving block, which freed Ginn up around the back end for him to split open. And if you look at the back end of that play, both wide receivers, in theory, could have had the ball thrown to them because they were both open. There was no safety help over the top. That is something that we have to have in order to beat them. Our safeties, Peppers, has to really get involved in this game. We have to move him around. We have to see him play up in the box. We got to see him play a little bit deeper. I don't know an suburb of New Orleans, so I can't tell you he's going to play out there. But hopefully we keep Peppers inside the stadium, on the field, and let him do what he has to do also to help Denzel Ward stop Michael Thomas. Other than that, you would hope Kirksey's going to be healthy enough to play this game. Otherwise, we're going to need Schobert to step up and stop Kamara. Hopefully, our defensive line can jam the middle of it so we can force him outside. And I think that could be a recipe for success for us in this game. In the end, I know it's a tough sell, but I think the Browns actually pulled this one off in New Orleans. I think we pulled it off by about 3 or 4. I do think it's going to be a high-scoring game, so I'm going to go with 34-31 Brownies. They're going to get the W late on a field goal. So, yeah, and with that, I'm just going to say everybody have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend, and let's enjoy the Sunday football games. Fuck every team in the division. Go Browns.